Good morning, everybody. Today I want to present in English the clinical psychology based on mathematical psychology or just based on psychology. Psychology is has for purpose to study, to explain, and to care the trouble, psychological trouble we can have. Why do I talk about clinical psychology? Just because it's a psychology which you can apply and use for getting better, just to get rid of your trouble, get rid of your excessive euphoria, or get rid of your fears and anxiousness. If we do succeed, then it will be a realization of our aim. And for that, we need to understand that psychology is something you address the psyche of the people, and the psyche of the people is something that you can't touch, that you can't measure, that you can't apprehend. Only you can have a contact only with a dialogue. So the dialogue is fundamental, because through an exchange, a communication with someone else, you can understand his pain and you can help him. For that, he has to understand what you are going to say. And to understand what you are going to say, you need to be clear, you need to be objective, and you need to give him the possibility to control what you are going to say. If you just apply some rules or just give some advice, how can he check if it's right or not? So we need to provide him with a tool, and many tools, I will say, for him to use in order to check if everything we say is right or not. And my best reward when I'm explaining psychology, either in analysis with a patient or in a course with students, or just talking as I do right now, is when people give me the feedback that, oh, first I have been touched because I thought you were addressing myself. And the second kind of reward is when they say, wow, what you said, it works, it makes me happy. And this is the real good feedback we can have with people. If in a conversation, in a dialogue, first you have to listen, and then not to convince someone. There is no way that there is no winner in a discussion. It's not a discussion, it's just an explanation of what's going on. And if we both agree on the description of what's going on, then we can agree together. And this is real transmission of the truth. This is what we are doing in EHEPM, which is called Psychologie methodology. What kind of tool do we have, and why do we need some math sometimes? Don't worry, I'm not going to make a course of mathematics. I'm just doing a course of psychology. But if you take, by example, Kant or Descartes or other great philosopher, you will see that they were mathematicians as well, and they were using the scientific approach to solve problems. And what do we have to do in psychology? We have to solve the problems you have. And everyone has a lot of problems every day. Just because we are making decisions each second. From the breakfast, when you want your cup of tea or cup of coffee, you need to choose between tea or coffee. Seems very simple, but what are you doing? You are looking for satisfaction. If yesterday you took a cup of tea and it was not good, you are not going to take a cup of tea today. You may change just to try if coffee will be better, or the reverse. So we need to make calculation. We evaluate situation, the situation with the tea, the situation with the coffee, and try to find the best satisfaction we can have in return. So this is why we need to maybe use some maths, which is not talking about maths, just about talking decision. And decision is coming from thinking, and to think has to be logic, and to think has to be structured. This is why sometimes we need some help from tools such as mathematics, but I'm not once more dealing with maths. Clinical psychology is really something to help. So let's go into the first tool we have, which is introspection. Introspection. Introspection first, you need to understand that there is inner world and outside world. From the outside world, you have you have 5 main type of apprehension of the outside world. You have your eyes, your nose, your tooth, your mouth, your ears, and the touch. This is 5 way of apprehending reality, outside world. Inside world, there is one sense, which is to feel satisfaction. I feel good because I am and I have a good satisfaction. I can touch this pen and I see that it's odd, it smell not tasty, and so on and so on. It's black. Okay. And this is outside world, and inside world I'm happy or I'm sad, very sad. It's awful. Okay, so there is this sense on which is satisfaction. Okay, this is what we are going to improve, and each human being is looking for the best satisfaction he can have. The problem is that he has not defined what is satisfaction. You think you know what is satisfaction, but you don't. Satisfaction is different from vanity, pleasure. And if you don't make the difference between satisfaction and vanity, pleasure, you can confuse and try to look at vanity, pleasure, thinking that you are in a satisfaction. I will be happy if I have a new watch. And this is why I want to buy the last new watch. Until I have this new watch, I won't be happy. This is outside world. Happiness is inside world. How can you feel and satisfy inner world with something from outside world? There is a barrier in between. And how to go through this barrier? To go through this barrier is like the cave myth of Platon, to see what is the reality. So inner world has just a photo, a kind of photo of the outside world, but this photo is not objective. It's not the reality. The reality is something you can't put your phone inside your head. You can look at it, you can use it, but you can't put it inside your head. So there is no way to go through this barrier except to try to be more objective about what you see. And what do you need with a phone? Is the use of the phone. It's not the phone by itself. So does Apple or Samsung or other type of brand is important? No. It's what you are going to do with this phone which is important. And we confuse the use of the outside world with what is the outside world. I want to have the last new phone. This presents me a vanity pleasure, because I can show, oh, this is the last Samsung I have. See how important I am. This is vanity. This is your ego. This is not your happiness. If you got a very good, it doesn't matter about the brand, a very good phone which is doing everything, you may be lucky because you can feel that you can do a lot of things. But do them. If you don't do it, if you don't use your phone, why do you need a phone? So You see how to make the difference between satisfaction, which is inner word, feeling, from the ego, which is the pleasure. This is the first criterion that you have to need. Then the introspection will help you to see if what you have got. Introspection is the tool for inner world. Outside world, we have a lot of tools, such as a meter, as a weight, as a lot of things to evaluate the outside world. But inner world, what do we have? The only way is to look inside and to see what's going on. So I propose you to join you and together to go inside this inner world. I can't see what's going on in your brain, but you can tell me what you see. You don't have the method. You don't the knowledge. I have the knowledge. You have the capacity of making the introspection. So together, we can go inside the forest and find out the exit of this forest to meet the happiness, the paradise, if you want. Don't worry, we never get to the paradise. We can just approach the paradise. But it will be already a very good point. Just a place where there is no more fears, no more anxiousness, no more guiltiness. And this is what I propose you to do with me. This is clinical psychology. And this is what we teach inside EGPM. So, introspection. If we want to talk about introspection, we need to see first what can be opposed to do this. There is a tool. If you don't want to use it, let's stop. And let's try first to understand why you don't want to use it. If you don't want. If you want, then we can go further. But first, just by experience, I have seen so many people saying, oh, tell me, I want to get rid of my guiltiness. I want to get rid of my anxiety. And I started to say, you are responsible for that. Oh, no. Tell me something better. Tell me something more comical, more friendly. You are not going to tell me that I'm responsible of all my problems. I'm sorry. It's what I need to do, unless I'm not doing my job. Why? Just because the truth is the only way to get rid of your anxiety and guiltiness. It's written in all the theater pieces, like in Shakespeare or Goethe or Molière. They are talking about that. Take the Faust of Goethe, take from Molière, all the pieces are talking about that, and everyone is understanding that, because everyone are laughing at these pieces of theaters when they go to the theater. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Sometimes it seems not very pleasant. But think a little bit, just listen once. If it works, then we'll go further. Does this already is talking to you? Instead of looking at some pretext, at some external, outside world, external motive, pretext, to put the fault on something else than you. If I put the fault on the weather because it's raining today, do you think I can change something? No. It's still raining. Will I be unhappy all my day because it's raining all the day? This is crazy. I can be happy singing in the rain. Take this happy refrain and see that we can be happy even if it's raining. So outside world is not influencing inner world. There is a barrier once more. So it's not due to the external world that I am happy or not happy. Do I earn enough money? Yes, you do. No, it's impossible. Look at that. I can't pay that. I can't buy. Do you need to buy everything? If you don't want to buy anything, do you need money? No. So just decrease your desire to buy everything and you will be happy. This is crazy, like psychology is crazy. No, psychology is true. Psychology is based on what's going on inside your world. And you can have a lot of things marvelous in your inner world. This is what I want to show you. And believe me, I have a lot of students all over the world, from Brazil, Canada, Japan, Russia, Maghreb, Jordania, and every France in Europe as well. And all they say the same. Thanks to psychology to show me all the treasures, all the potentiality I have inside of me. You are full of possibility. There is a lot of fantastic things that you can discover inside of you, and you are so lucky. You think it's not true? Just believe me and listen to my courses, and you will see that you are going to change. You are already changing. You don't see that, but you are already changing because you still listen to me. And if you still listen to me, is because I talk to your above consciousness. You have consciousness, above consciousness, and subconsciousness. Above consciousness is about the harmony, inner harmony with yourself. And the more you will be in harmony with yourself, the more you will be interested. So, that was just an introduction to clinical psychology, and which I will say today is, in few words, if you have some problems, it's due to you. Wow, it's due to me, yeah, it's due to you. And this is why you have the answer. But I don't have the answer, I have the problem. Yes, you have the problem. We will find the solution together. Remember, we are together. Tell me what's going on. I will tell you how to do to solve the problem. First to formulate, second to use that rules and so on, and laws. As there is laws in the outside world, there is laws inside your inner world. And this will be a solution for you. And there is a solution to all the problems, because science has a solution to all the problems. If you have any trouble, tell me about the trouble, I will tell you about the solution. Maybe it would take some time. I don't say it's immediate. I just say it's possible and there is a solution. When you have to build a bridge, it takes time, but at the end we do it. So we can build any bridge to get rid of your problem. You are on a bank and we go on the other side, and where there is no problem, and you are in a side where there is a lot of problems, and we can solve them all. And I will learn you how to do that. I'm not going to solve your problem. I'm going to help you to solve your problem with a method and to explain how to solve the problem, so you will be able to solve other problems. Let's solve the problem you have right now, and you will be able to solve all the problems you will face in the future. This is what I wanted to tell you. So just trust me a little bit, and we will go through all the problems you have. I had some, so I know what a psychological problem is. I have been helping a lot of people and myself first. And psychology is just to help ourselves first. Then, when you know how to swim, then you can go and save people who are in trouble on the water, in the water. Okay? So it's not so long. It takes few years to understand all the rules and how it works and how the psyche is functioning. But it works at the end, and rapidly. After a few, I will say 2 to 3 months, you will be already quite different from what you are right now. Sure, you will keep some problems, but a lot will be already solved. So just try. Let's try together. I'm here. Science is with me. It's not me, it's science I am teaching you, which will help you. So forget about myself. Just think that I'm transmitting a method, a scientific method, just to help you solving your problems. Okay, have a good day, and very soon now we will start our conferences, courses, and in universities and through the video conference, and EHEPM is on the way, moving forward and discovering every day new things. It's endless discoveries. It's fantastic. Believe me, the inner world is so rich that you won't be unhappy to see all the possibilities you have, and you have a lot. I trust you. Have a good day. Bye now.